Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Swanton Village Board of Trustees special meeting tonight on Thursday, September 8th, 2022. First order of business is to stand and have our pledge of allegiance to the flag, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
I might mention with a little grief that we lost a leader of Great Britain today. The Queen has died today. Our thoughts are with her family. And quite a lady, 96. So. Item number 3, agenda review. Want any revisions to our agenda this evening? I can think of one.
You just got the chief's report.
Police department update.
Yep.
Okay.
Where do you want to fit that in?
Before the hydro.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, anything else? If not, public comment. Do we have anybody on Zoom tonight?
No.
Okay. Next item on the agenda, approve and accept the minutes from Monday, August 22nd, 2022 meeting as presented. What's your pleasure on our minutes?
I will move that we approve the minutes from August 22nd as presented.
I'll second the motion.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve and accept the minutes for our Monday, August 22nd meeting. Any discussion, questions? If not, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, motion's carried unanimously. Item number 6, approve and accept the village warrants through Thursday, September 8th, 2022. What's your pleasure on our village warrants?
I move that they be approved.
And I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve and accept our village warrants through September 8th. Any questions on the warrants? All right.
On warrant 82, number 85551, SD Ireland.
That was concrete.
Yeah, for the sidewalk.
Okay.
All for Western.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Thought you were gonna ask about McFarland Johnson.
That was the next one.
Okay, so that's our bridge engineer.
Expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not cheap. So now my ask just went up from 150,000 to 175,000 for the state to help us with the bridge.
Well, it's better than bachelor's.
What?
So we had the 175 in that grant.
Yeah.
So the quote came in as at 323, so it was about 150,000, but now we're using the funds to help pay for the engineering, design and everything. So we want to up that ask.
Oh.
What else you gonna do?
ARPA funds.
Yeah. Actually,
Alright.
Okay. Did I hear Gordon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hit mute.
Do you have a question, Gordon?
No, I was just dialing in and I didn't hit mute when you guys were talking, sorry.
Okay. Well, stay tuned. Okay, any other questions on the warrants? If not, all those in favor of approving and accepting the village warrants, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion's carried unanimously again. Thank you. Next item, I have our chief, Matt Sullivan, give us our police department update. We have our
Sure, so the month of August, you have the packets in front of you, there's one for the village and one for the village and town combined. For the village in August of 2022, there were approximately 127 incidents, 10 traffic stops out of those 10, and actually you'll notice in the pie chart, there is a discrepancy there, I should say, that it's 10 tickets is what it pulled out of the system, so it's because, again, the information may not be populated entirely as far as the actual traffic stops, which was 12. But out of the 10 that have been populated, there were 2 tickets and 8 warnings issued. There were 7 arrests that comprised 12 charges total for the month of August. Looking at the 10 most common incident types, and I found a discrepancy here just quickly in looking at this before the meeting. We had 12 motor vehicle complaints, 12 traffic stops, 10 suspicious persons, 10 citizen assists, 9 welfare checks, 7 agency assists, 7 citizen disputes, 6 thefts, and then it says 6 thefts of automobile. When I was scanning the incidents, I could only find 2. I'm aware of those 2. There was one other incident, I don't even know, it may have been in July, where a vehicle was missing suspiciously that was parked in a front yard, where I asked the officer handling it to follow up a little more to see if, because it's just strange that the vehicle just disappeared and there was no idea, no keys left in the vehicle, nothing like that. So there was that incident also, and again, I'm not sure if that was July or August that occurred. And then there were 4 abuse prevention orders served. In looking at the village and town, officers handled approximately 205 incidents, 26 or 31 total traffic stops. 26, again, in the tickets field were populated, 23 warnings, 3 tickets, 8 arrests, 14 charges total. And again, looking at those top 10 incident types, there were 31 traffic stops, 19 agency assists, 18 motor vehicle complaints, 18 suspicious persons or circumstances, 15 citizen assists, 11 welfare checks, 9 citizen disputes, 8 thefts, 6 information reports, and 6 community outreach incidents. In addition to that, we have been fairly busy recently. There have been some nights that have been quite busy where we've been tied up pretty much all night. We executed a search warrant over on Gallup Court in relation to an aggravated assault that occurred one of the nights, which wrapped up that case. And then we're also looking at a new part-time hire who is a highly experienced officer, slated to resign from BPD. And he's also an EMT trainer with one of the organizations. I believe there's only 2 organizations in the state that train EMTs. And he can also provide first aid training or essentially TAC med training for the officers. So he'll be a great hire if we have the opportunity to hire him in a part-time capacity. My understanding is the budget is looking good so far as we're closing out towards the end of the year. And another accomplishment from this month was we were able to secure the SRO contract with the school district for 1.4 full-time SROs, mainly focused on the high school, but serving the elementary school, as required essentially.
That's what Chris was asking about last meeting.
Yeah, they seemed a little tentative as far as wanting a full-time SRO in the elementary school itself for whatever reason, but certainly our SROs are able to handle any issues that occur at the elementary school also.
Since this is all one school district, does it include elementary in the other towns?
No, the contract, the way it's written, is specific to essentially focus on MVU. That's where the SROs are stationed, and then the elementary school here in Swanton Village.
Just clarifying.
Yes.
It was a pretty comprehensive contract.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I took several different documents and was able to put them all together, so it captures the spirit of what modern SRO policing is about. And the school district seemed pretty pleased with that.
Good. Yeah, that's good news.
Yeah.
Any questions for the chief?
Are you seeing a decrease at all in total incidences? Or does it just kind of?
I don't think so. I mean, I think it's been pretty steady so far. I would have to see. It looks like we're gonna land more or less where we traditionally land. I will say that something that struck me also was, I was looking at the traffic stop data, and we have exceeded so far this year, the Swanton Village Police Department has exceeded the traffic stops that BPD has accomplished so far this year. So in terms of comparison, I thought that was interesting. I think it's steady, and again, we'll be on pace for about 3,000 incidents by the end of the year, which is pretty typical.
Cool, thank you.
I have one item to bring up. I have noticed a lot of ATV traffic throughout the village. About a week ago, I saw two young people in the Hannaford parking lot, separate bikes, and they couldn't have been more than 12 years old. The same evening, I'm sitting in my living room, and I hear a car coming up the street. And I said, boy, that car is loud. It wasn't the car. It was a good-sized four-wheeler that was going by the car.
Passing the car.
Absolutely, on a double yellow line, in an area where we used to have only one family of kids, now we got several. They're on the Dunning Street side, but they walk up and around the block. I don't know if anybody else has seen anything, but I have. And I've seen 5 or 6 others on Canada Street, but again, I can't tell you the age because they're pretty well covered by the equipment. So I don't know, has anybody else seen it?
I'm seeing it, and I don't know if it's with the change with the town.
I think most likely it is, so
Yeah.
I was asked the same question in the select board, and actually, Mr. Pear brought up that he had made the same observation on Canada Street. So for example, tonight I put out to the officers, I'd like more directed patrol specific to Canada Street in the early evenings. It seems like that's the prime time when they're traversing that area. So we are gonna try to address the ATV traffic, but it's difficult. So
Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
think there is that confusion as far as the village versus the town, and the town ordinance is obviously specific to the town and not the village itself.
Okay, I was
ATVs are
gonna
not,
ask that,
ATVs are not allowed in the
just to
village.
clarify that for the public and get it on tape here.
Yes,
They are not allowed in the village, is that correct?
correct. That's
And
what I
they are not
understand.
allowed on state or US highways, is that correct?
That's correct.
And they obviously are.
And I'm just
Now-
wondering if some of these are coming in from Highgate.
I suspect so. I think the 2 youngsters I saw, these were medium-sized pieces of equipment. I think they had been over at the mobile station getting gasoline, because I was going to Abishon when they were coming out of there. And I don't know where they went, I went to Abishon. But at any rate, I'm seeing it, and I don't think they've caused any trouble that I know of.
I mean, from my vantage point,
Yes.
there's 2 large four-wheelers, and both of those, I mean, I'll sit on my front deck watching them go by, but they're not, the traffic, the reader is not blinking, so they are doing at least, they're doing no more than 30. So I give them that, I'm just concerned about the others that I don't see that are doing 130.
Yeah, the complaint that I received was higher speed, wheelies, that sort of thing. on
Yeah,
Canada
I
Street,
haven't
so-
seen that.
So I haven't personally observed that either. I've seen maybe 2 that kind of cut through from the area of Hannaford's through the Dunkin' Donuts. And I think there's a cut through
Yeah.
maybe over to where those sand pits are, where they're not supposed to be anyway.
Yeah.
But I know that activity has been addressed in there, that the Fish and Game has a specific detail for that, and they've been up in that area multiple times.
Well, I don't have any accidents I'm aware of.
I know the traffic on South River Street, of course, that's right on the town line. The ATV traffic is quieter now. They're bigger machines when they come in, but there's not as many go by my house now as there used to be before the town passed law. They were smaller and noisier, younger people. Now they're bigger and quieter, and they're, like Adam said, they aren't going that fast. Of course, probably the younger ones are staying in the town because it's legal in the town. I don't know, but the ATV traffic by my place has decreased since they made that law. So, who knows?
I mean, I guess the theory was that, you know, when you have you approve the ATV traffic, that the ones that are following, you know, the rules are gonna be, they're the ones that really want this, so, I mean, they go to Hannaford's, they go to get gas, I mean, that's economic, improvements, enhancements and stuff, so, I mean, they want to do this, and then the others, hopefully they turn these others in that have got the loud, you know, no helmets and they're doing wheelies, so the hope is that they're doing that for us, but, so I know, I mean, I got a four-wheeler, I just drive it in the woods, but I know, my family takes, and they head out to, Westfield, you know, on trails, so it's big commerce.
Yeah.
You know, if we do it right, it's money to the area.
I mean, the large one I saw, I couldn't tell you what or who drive it. And I really
They have
couldn't see
ones
it.
that look like small vehicles, right, these UTVs can
These
seat
tires,
individuals.
if you see this one, you'll know the tires are, oh, they're
Yeah.
right up there. How big you've seen it.
Yeah, there's definitely, they make, you know, they have 2-seater and 4-seater that look like, almost like a dune buggy. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a small motor vehicle essentially.
It looked pretty dirty, but that's all.
I don't think I've ever seen a clean four-wheeler.
It was really,
Ever seen mine?
must have scared the heck out of
Okay,
me.
thank you, Chief. And next item is discuss hydro rubber dam bond unspent proceeds. That would probably be Lynn's subject.
So back when we did the bond to replace the rubber bag, we did a bond for 2.2 million. We currently have 92,700 unspent bond proceeds right now. There was 2 avenues we could have gone. We could use that money to pay down like the final payments on that bond because we didn't spend that. Or we could have used it on a project. When I went back and looked at how we warned the article, it said for the replacement of the rubber bag.
Yeah.
So I don't feel comfortable using it for any other projects. The only other one that I was kind of thinking was the tail race project that we did, but that's not gonna use up all of the 92. So in talking with Vermont Bond Bank, you know, they were saying probably the cleanest thing is just to have this applied to the bond itself and just get it cleaned up. I'd like to have it cleaned up before the end of the year.
You mean the original bond?
Pardon?
You mean the bonds from 30 years ago?
Yeah, from the rubber dam. Just have them apply it to that and be done.
This dam replacement.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
Just,
Okay.
it goes against principle, right?
Yeah. Because of what they're showing on their books is that we have a $2.2 million debt. What I've got on my books is less than that because we didn't draw down. This 92 has been sitting at the US bank, undrawn, you know, because we didn't draw it down.
Yeah.
But, you know, to get our books all cleaned up.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't use it for anything else other than the rubber dam, then I
Right.
say put it against the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need a
put it
motion
against the
for that.
principle.
Yeah.
Sounds reasonable to me.
So, would you like to make a motion to do what Lynn said, pay
Yep.
that?
I will
Okay.
make the motion that, we approve the $92,700 to be put against principal bond of the rubber dam.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, the motion has been made and seconded to put the balance, the unspent balance, 90, whatever.
It's like-
92,700.
92.7 is in round numbers.
Okay, to pay down the bond. Any more discussion? I guess we already had that. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion's carried unanimously. Okay, go ahead and clean it up.
Perfect.
Item number 8, this is what Gordon's waiting for. Discussion on ARPA funds.
So, go
yeah.
ahead. I mean, just been getting calls and comments and questions and emails, when are we gonna have the public meeting for the village? So,
So that's what we're gonna set tonight.
I can tentatively throw out a couple dates, October 3rd and 4th, or 4th, which is a Monday, Tuesday, the first week of October.
Fine to me.
Sounds okay to me, too.
Either one's fine with me.
Okay, 'cause we
When's
look,
our meetings the week after?
yeah, so if we look at the calendar, September, I mean, September's kind of buggered up with, I mean, we got vacations this week, and then we got,
Yeah, I got a bunch.
Vermont Emergency Management Conference these 2 days.
You don't wanna have it with our regular meeting on October 10th?
That's a holiday, so we'll
Oh,
probably be moving
Columbus
that
Day.
meeting.
Okay.
That's Columbus Day.
The 10th? This is, Columbus Day, yeah.
So we could hold a special on Tuesday, the 11th? Or did you just wanna do a special at the beginning of the month?
October 10th would normally be a regular meeting, right?
But it's Columbus Day, so we can.
Yeah, so we can have a regular meeting on the 11th plus the flunk hearing if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, you can, I don't, as long as, I mean, I know you guys aren't crazy about long meetings, so. We just direct the questions as, you know, ideas, we'll take notes of the ideas and go from there.
Whatever, I'm
It's your,
neutral.
it's your meeting, so.
October 3rd or 4th is fine, as far as I know.
It's up to you guys.
Do it on the 3rd, skip the 11th, and go back to regular, the end of the month.
Well, like the 3rd and the 11th.
You wanna be the 3rd and the 11th?
Or you, why,
I don't
you
care.
wanna have one meeting for the ARPA and our regular meeting?
You could, I don't know, depends on how much business we got with ARPA. You never know. We can have 2
I'd
meetings.
kinda like to keep
I
them
don't know.
separate.
I don't care.
You wanna
Kinda
keep
like
it,
to keep them separate.
You wanna just do public hearing on the 3rd?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what everybody's after us for,
Right.
is a special meeting.
Yep.
And, has the town had their special meeting yet?
they had their public hearing, but as far as, I don't know anything else after that.
Okay.
So we'll,
It's time.
so we'll have October 3rd then for this, public meeting on ARPA funding. And then we'll hold our regular on the 11th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
That sound good?
Yep.
Yep.
Now, I go along with Adam, I think it's supposed to be a public meeting just for that discussion. And then we can continue it at our regular meeting if we have to, so.
Yep.
Okay, so, wanna make a motion for the 3rd and the 11th, or you just schedule it?
I just scheduled it
Okay,
Just schedule it.
okay,
for 7 o'clock.
yeah.
Okay.
You get that, Gordon?
I heard it, sounds good, so the 3rd is a special meeting.
Yes, that's right. So,
Excellent.
okay,
So, and the plan of the special meeting will be to listen to the community and take ideas so that, you know, we can make the best decision possible for the community on the funds, or how are we gonna work? I just wanna make, you know, cause I know we're gonna take notes.
Well, I think we take information.
We take information and then,
we've already, a while back, we presented what we thought we could use it for, right? So we'll mix that with, consider that with what the public is
Yep.
gonna give us for
Yeah.
input.
Yep.
Okay,
cause Reg had a nice little spreadsheet of,
yeah,
we should use that as a template.
okay,
Neil?
what's that, Gordon?
So just to be clear, over the last several months, I think some of that criteria has loosened up quite a bit. Is that correct? Reg, Lynn, is that?
Yeah.
Well, it's because we used it as revenue loss is why it loosened up.
Yeah, they still have to follow the Davis-Bacon and the,
Yeah, we have to follow all the federal grant requirements, but because we used it as a revenue loss, it opens up more what we can use the funds for.
what you can use the funds for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would certainly be helpful at the meeting to set things up of what you can.
Yeah, well, we already have that available.
Yep.
Yeah, and we can,
we'll have the
we
list.
gotta mix
We can
that
have,
in.
we can have a flyer, just a flyer of things that we can use it for, correct?
Mhm.
So that way when the public comes in, we can just hand them a flyer and, you know,
Yeah, right. We can mix what we have and what they want.
right,
So
right,
that's the idea of the public meeting.
same page.
Okay.
Okay.
You got that, Gordon?
I got it, thank you.
Okay. Any other necessary business? I was gonna say, I got one. What's
I got
yours?
3, but it'll be quick. First one is I've been able to gather information on the owner of the parking lot
Oh, yes.
next to Merchants Road, so I'll be reaching out to them here shortly.
Oh, good.
And I will also be reaching out to the tree warden with regards to replanting 4 trees in the park this fall, to get those in, to keep our word. And the chamber is requesting October 29th use of the village green for Halloween in the park. I would assume 5 to 8,
Saturday,
Saturday, October 29th.
that sounds fine.
Okay.
Those are my projects.
So if we don't have anything else going on in the park, we can just, I don't think anything else is slated for the park for
It's
that,
open,
so.
Put us down.
I'll mark it.
So
Thank you.
we don't need a formal, motion for that, just
No.
go ahead with it.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
okay. And you did make the contact for the piece of property down on,
I got the number and I'm gonna be calling them hopefully this week, if not at the latest next week.
okay, yeah, good. So, don't we have one other thing to?
Yeah, the town wanted to have a joint meeting with us.
Okay.
And we were choosing, they want to talk about mutual interest, but also an executive session for real estate. They wanted to know if they could come to our 26th meeting.
26 is a regular meeting.
Yep.
Seems fine,
Okay,
seems appropriate, actually.
about the letter for your job.
Oh, yeah. Press release.
Yeah,
I sent it to the messenger, but I mean, I can read it.
oh, but,
Job app.
yeah. Let's send it out there, looking for,
Candidates.
I was gonna do that tomorrow. Like, I heard back from YouTube, I believe it was today, and said that it was fine.
It looks fine.
I was gonna wait
I
until
just had a
tonight's.
question, where are you gonna advertise? Are you gonna do it locally first?
I was gonna it's going on our website, it's gonna go on our Facebook page. I'll have, Diane put it in the messenger. It'll go to VLCT, we can do it to NEPA.
Good.
Do we wanna do Burlington?
Burlington Free Press was the other one I thought of too.
Probably Courier, because now they only run 1 or 2 days a week.
Yeah,
So we would, I'm doing both,
Yeah,
Messenger.
Messenger's only twice a week, Courier's once.
Right,
okay.
We might have to go and extend it into October.
well, that's the
okay.
thing is I mean, I've got September 30th on it.
That's
Do we
okay.
wanna bump it another week and put it to the first week of October?
That's fine too, yeah.
I'm thinking, what if we just did October 15th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something roughly 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I was shooting for originally, but it's kind of been delayed.
Okay. So.
That's good, thank you, Lynn.
Yep.
So that'll go out tomorrow,
Yep.
advertising for a replacement for Reg's job.
Yeah, that was my question.
I don't think he's changed his mind yet, so I guess we might as well go through with it.
Yeah, I know.
We could, like, tiny bit cheaper.
Yeah, there has been talk out back about putting me up in the training room and locking the doors so I can't get out.
We'll just give you an intercom system.
So,
As long as you got Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
popcorn,
We do
gotta have my
have up there.
popcorn.
Yep, Wi-Fi and popcorn, you're all good.
so. Okay, well, that's taken care of. So, looks like, the only thing we've got left is executive session.
I got one other thing, so Wednesday,
Oh, sorry.
no, it's not what I wanted to show. It's a hunting permit. Where the heck it is? Oh, right here. So Wednesday next week is, we're having a Zoom public meeting on, heat pump demo and question and answers and stuff. So, and that's from our energy committee, GMP, which is a partner of our community members who have GMP service, to talk about the heat pump. So we've had, an EV drive and ride event. We had lawn care equipment event, and now we're gonna have this one for heat pumps and during this time season. So yeah, it'll be at the town offices because there's a Fire 2 training for our firefighters here in local fire departments. So we're gonna have it at the town office at 6:30.
That's the 14th?
14th of September. Well, next Wednesday.
That's good, because I got a meeting with Born Energy for install heat pumps. The day after that.
So Bournes will be on the meeting as well, talking about what their offerings are. I talked to McEwen's. McEwen's does offer heat pumps, but their mainstay, their specialty is, wood stoves and pellet stoves.
Yeah.
So, but
Okay.
they will, they may not attend, but I can speak for them anyway.
And another announcement for the general public. We're having a special meeting on Monday, the 12th.
No,
Cancel.
cancel.
Huh?
That's canceled.
No, not our meeting.
Oh.
Elizabeth.
No,
That
that's
was
not
canceled.
Huh?
That got canceled. I sent you an email.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't check it. Sound like Chris,
That's
right?
the
Chris?
That's the one that bounced around several times.
So, no, you mean the one on the Riviera Hotel?
It's explained in the email. matter
She
of fact.
doesn't have the necessary.
Well, never mind then.
Sorry, Dale.
We just had to postpone it until we got more information.
Yes, postpone.
That seems to be the norm with the Riviera
Well,
Hotel.
we're so close. We are so close.
If it
Okay.
goes much slower, it's not-
Anyway,
Very close.
I won't go any further with that one.
Okay.
So,
I don't want to raise your blood pressure. We are so close.
I'll entertain a motion to go into executive, or, are you done?
Oh, boy, I am.
Okay.
Sorry, yes, sir.
Entertain a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel.
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made and
Recording
seconded to go
stopped.
into executive session to discuss personnel. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're in executive session.